Well, good afternoon. It's we're almost 2 o'clock. I'm driving back from one of my jobs. I got kind of a long drive in between my next job I got. Just some thoughts. I was thinking, me and my wife last night watched the debate between Trump and Biden. And it was kind of just pathetic, to be honest, that these are the two. I mean, when you're looking at, if you're just judging off of the debate, it was really, really horrible on both sides. I mean, Trump, he needs to learn to have a little bit of patience in this type of thing. You can tell that this is definitely, you can tell that he has his experience in debating is lacking, and this is a time where a lot of people are going to be choosing. Of course, you got your hardcore Trump supporters, and you got your liberals that don't want Trump in there. So it doesn't matter. You could have Kermit the Frog up there, and they would vote for him. But it was basically, this is a time where you have your ones that are floating in the middle. This debate is really important. And Trump, he don't need to drop the ball during this debate. But it also shows, it just shows his lack of getting, really, it's just him, he needs to get over himself for this. And that's going to be hard to do for Trump. He has such a high view of himself. I don't really believe he's capable right now of showing any kind of humility in this debate, because that would go a long way with people if people would see him in a calm state and not just all trumped up like he always is, when it comes to how he handles things. But there's a lot of things he said was true with Biden was lying, and of course the left is going to lie, but Trump also has his faults that that he's dealing with, that it's apparent, and most people know, they just choose to ignore. So, but anyway, I just wanted to kind of touch base on this first of three debates, and I really just want to just say that to my brothers and sisters in Christ, we need to be really strong in our faith. We have no idea what's going to be coming after this election, and I really, your typical Christian view, your American view of the Bible and your American view of Jesus is going to fail whenever we have persecution hit America. When Christian persecution hits America, not just someone disliking you or making fun of you, but when it actually, when this is actually getting to be the point of people dying or getting put in prison, it really is going to separate who's really a follower of Jesus and who is not. And we have lots of pretenders out there. And watching this election and seeing, I have no idea. I mean, you got the Trump people saying Trump all the way, he's going to win it, it's going to be a landslide. But then I see the Biden, how they're doing things, and they're going to cheat. They're going to cheat 100%. The liberals are going to cheat to get in office, and when they get in office, it's going to be horrible. I mean, it's not great now because of the virus and all the different stuff, and we just having a taste of what communism or socialism is going to be. So, but saying that, we need to prepare ourselves. We're not going to be raptured up out of here before the tribulation. We're going to go through the tribulation if we're the generation that goes through it. But you need to be ready. And the ones that are just floating along are going to be the 5 virgins that are not ready. the 5 virgins that are, the oil in their lamp is full, but the 5 virgins that are not, they're going to be wanting to, asking for a second chance. They're going to be, or they're just going to just fall in line with what the Antichrist is going to have for them, and they're going to take the mark. And I see that. I see it plain as day, and especially here in America, we're going to have a huge amount of people turn away from the faith. Whenever pressure is put on them to say, I'm unashamed of the gospel. I'm unashamed of Jesus. So, something to think about. Really prepare your mind and heart for what's coming, because I do see, if you're not witnessing, excuse me, if you're not witnessing for the Lord now because you're afraid to offend somebody, you will not witness for the Lord when it's your life or your family's life is on the line. I'm telling you right now, if you're not witnessing, if you're not discipling, if you're not opening your home up to people to teach, and if you have that ability and you're not doing it, if you're not going out and talking about truth to people that don't believe in truth, then you will not do it when freedom is taken away. Something to think about, something to pray about, and really ask yourself, do I share my faith with people? I'm not talking about friendship evangelism. Excuse me. Jesus didn't do friendship evangelism. Neither did any of the disciples. They brought the gospel to the town square. Jesus walked the streets and he called people to himself. He didn't get to know them months and months and months or years before he gave the gospel to them. He gave the gospel to them then. His disciples, all the apostles, did the same thing. That's the reason why they hated him. So all this friendship evangelism garbage is not biblical. But what is biblical is being bold in your faith. Not saying that you can't have a friend and you share the gospel with, but you should be sharing the gospel with them. They should know that when you get cut, you believe Jesus. That is true biblical Christianity. You should not mold yourself to the lost. You mold yourself to Jesus. You are yoked to Jesus, not them. So keep that in mind when out there, you need to share your faith. Jesus says to make disciples. You need to be making disciples. He didn't say just go to church. He said make disciples. Think about it, pray about it. Go and share Jesus with someone today. If you have not shared Jesus today, stop what you're doing, give someone a tract, or share Jesus. Tell them about him. Open your mouth and say, hey, do you know who the Lord is? And share Jesus with somebody. Love someone. God bless.